What image can ignite a worldwide conversation on war ethics with just a glimpse? Hey there, listeners. It's Leah here, and I'm really excited to dive into today's topic.
And I'm Garrett, ready to jump into this fascinating conversation with all of you. Welcome to Laid Back Learning with Leah and Garrett.
All right, here's where we begin. We're talking about the hooded man and how this iconic image became central to the conversations around the Abu Ghraib prison scandal.
Let me paint the picture for you. The first time I saw this image, I'll be honest, it was a bit of a reality check about the Iraq War. It was during college, kind of a pivotal moment. You know, when an image stops being just a photo and hits you with all its historical weight. Yeah, it was everywhere. On TV, in magazines, sparking debates. Like, when I first encountered it, I didn't just see a hooded figure standing there. There was this weight, this deep understanding of human rights violations. I started seeing discussions about torture ethics pop up in late-night dorm debates. It made me question a lot about military practices, you know?
Totally get where you're coming from, Garrett. Let's unpack this iconic image and its developments a bit further. The photo of the hooded man surfaced from a detention center at Abu Ghraib, which is like this infamous prison in Iraq. It was a centerpiece of reports that revealed abuses during the Iraq War. The image showed a detainee with a hood over his head, wearing loose clothing, standing on a box with wires. The narrative was that he was led to believe that stepping off would cause electrocution, which is terrifying. This imagery starkly symbolized the inhumane conditions and torture tactics used.
All right, let's roll on. Initially, the man under the hood was thought to be Ali Shalal al-Qaisi, who was detained there between 2003 and 2004. But later, the identity was disputed. It was such a storm of confusion around identities, adding to the outrage about what actually happened inside those walls.
Yeah, like that confusion over who the hooded man really was opened up deeper dialogues. He was later identified as Abdu Hussein Saad Faleh, nicknamed Gilligan, and his own story got intertwined with all these allegations of abuse, making each revelation harder to digest.
Okay, let's move on to the media's role. This photo's reveal on CBS's 60 Minutes 2 was a catalyst, so broadcast on April 28, 2004. It's like it shocked the world into outrage. It was the kind of reporting that turned heads and highlighted state practices nobody was openly discussing before.
And it wasn't just CBS. Soon after, heavyweight publications like The Economist and The New Yorker flashed the image across their pages. By visualizing such dark realities, it drove home the need for a reassessment of military engagement ethics worldwide.
Let's dive right in. The image's legacy is still unfolding. 10 years, 20 years later, its presence in cultural memory is undeniable. There was always this lingering uncertainty, not just about who the hooded man was, but what it said about systemic practices.
Right, and here's the intriguing part. Beyond the identity mix-up, whether Ali Shalal al-Qaisi or Abdu Hussein Saad Faleh, the impact lay in exposing broader institutional issues. The narrative wasn't just about a singular act of torture, but a potential pattern.
On to the next thing. The story, as troublesome as it is, echoes in creative expressions today too, like in Tim Hecker's music. Ever heard Virgins? His 2013 album kind of touches back to these themes. He uses this haunting soundscape to invoke similar emotions the image first evoked.
Exactly. When art intersects with historical events, it offers fresh lenses. It sort of keeps the conversation alive, ensuring that we don't gloss over those pivotal lessons that need remembering. Let's shed some light on this, using music and art as reminders.
So, there we have it, why we should study this topic. It's not just about one shocking image, it's about the story that weaves through media influence, ethics, and collective memory. What we see and how it's framed can profoundly shape societal values.
And I think it emphasizes the critical need to engage deeply with these narratives. It's as much about analyzing past actions as it is about future prevention and awareness. Let's keep it real and stay informed, everyone. And that's where we'll leave it for now. Thanks for joining us.
Stay curious, folks. See you in the next one.